Hey guys, my name is Amar Kumar. You are watching me. I hope you all are doing well. Let's start today's great video. As you already know that tomorrow will be my business studies exam was about to happen, so that's why today I'm preparing for my business studies exam. So today I'm going to tell you that in first round of this video I'll tell you my today's routine, and after that I'll tell you the 10 vocabulary words, and after that we will discuss about business studies notes. So first of all, let's fastly complete all the routines and 10 vocabulary words. So let's start the today's video. So basically today I woke up at around in last night I went for the sleep at a very late night around 4 a.m. So that's why I woke up at around today 10 or 11 a.m. around. So after that I went to the ground floor, and today as I already told you, today I not done too much thing. So I went to the ground floor and went to the first floor and went to the ground floor and went to the first floor, and my father told me that go with your go with your mother's brother to for repairing the motor. So that's why I went to be there. That is in Budhela. I went to be there, and after that I came, and after that I studied not too much. After that I went to the ground floor and I ate food, and after that I went for the sleep, but I didn't take any sleep, not proper as well. And after that, what I have done, you know. I had taken the bath, and after that, after taking the bath, I after taking the bath, I wore my clothes, and after that, I went for the sleep because I was very tired. But because of some reasons, I woke up and I went to the study. I studied for half an hour or 1 hour, and after that I went to the ground floor and I went for the sleep because I was very sleepy. That's why I prefer to sleep as soon as possible. So after waking up, I went to the I went to the bathroom. After that, after coming to the bathroom, I you know I went to the first floor and I studied. After that I went to the ground floor. After that I went to the first floor, and after that I went to the ground floor. I ate pasta, and after that I came to the first floor, and after that I shoots video. So this is the thing that happens, guys. I hope you really understand what actually I'm trying to explain you. And so I told you you might today's routine is today is very soon, like 2 minutes 30 seconds. I briefly told you what I have done actually. So so let's start the 10 words vocabulary. After that we will start business studies. Okay. So in video I have already told you 10 vocabulary words. Let me revise it. First of all, I'll saw in Hindi and I'll translate in English, so that if I saw in English, and it will be very easy for me to translate in Hindi. But I wanted to show in by my mind words came in Hindi, so that I have to translate. So I'll look at to the Hindi. तबाह करना डिस्ट्रॉय, शायद परहैप्स दूल्हा ग्रूम दुल्हन ब्राइड, जल्दी हरी राय ओपिनियन, बहस करना आर्गुमेंट बहाना एक्सक्यूज हमदर्दी सिंपथी मासूम इनोसेंट. So the today's 10 words is that is uh, recognize, पहचानना, recognize, पहचानना. The two sentences of this: I recognize you, we met before. So meaning of recognize is पहचानना. पॉसिबल मुमकिन, वार युद्ध, क्वेरल झगड़ा, अटैक अटैक हमला करना, स्ट्रेंजर अजनबी, वेम्पायर पिशाच, डेमन राक्षस, घोस्ट भूत, रिफ्ट दरार. सो पहचानना रिकॉग्नाइज, संभव या मुमकिन, दैट इज पॉसिबल. युद्ध वार, झगड़ा वार नो युद्ध वार, झगड़ा क्वेरल, हमला अटैक, अजनबी स्ट्रेंजर, पिशाच vampire, rakshas, demon, bhoot, ghost, dharar, rift. So the possible sentence, the possible that means it is possible. You can possible this. War yudh. There were a war of Ukraine and Russia or British maybe. Or the first war begins in 1913. Quarrel, don't do quarrel. Why you all are doing quarrel? Do quarrel. Attack, don't attack to him very easily. Why you attack to me? Stranger, you are a stranger, that's why I don't want to talk with you. My mother told me that don't take anybody's any strangers anything. Vampire, that's look like a vampire. Vampire coming on me. Demon, he looks like a demon. He's demon. Ghost, I am very scared while looking at ghost. Ghost is very dangerous. Rift, uh, don't be work as a rift between us. You are like a rift who done everything not a proper manner. That's it. So let's start business studies. Okay. So this is the one whole register, and I'm gonna to discuss it about briefly and perfect manner. So first of all, what is management? Management is the process of working with and through others to effectively and achieve the organizational objectives by efficiently using limited resources in the changing environment. Okay, meaning process is basically POSDC. Okay, effectiveness doing the work on a time, means completing the right task or to achieve the deputed goal within the time frame. Yani, that means effectiveness. Effectiveness law, try to bring effectiveness doing the work on time, efficiency doing the work at a minimum cost, and that means gaining maximum output with minimum input. Huh. Characteristics or features of management is UGCM GDI, Universal Oriented Continuous Multidimensional Group Activity, Dynamic Intangible Force. Objectives of management, uh, organizational objectives, that means growth, social or profitability. So organizational objectives are growth, uh, survival, profitability. Growth, survival, profitability, yes. Then social, then personal. uh, Importance of management, adapt, developing the achieving group goals, create dynamic organization, helps in development of society, helps in achieving personal objectives, increases efficiency. Management is can be work as science, art, and processor and profession. Management as science. Science is a systematic body of knowledge. Okay, yeah, it's no, I don't think it's too much important. So yeah, explain different types of levels of management with the functions. So there were three types of levels of management: bottom, middle, top. So in a top, here comes the person who takes decision on behalf of the whole firm, like a CEO, CFO, etc., etc. That is chief executive officer, CEO, chief marketing officer, CMO, chief office, chief sales officer, CSO, chief technology officer, CTO, president managing director, uh, PMD. And they have responsibility too much. In middle management, marketing manager, purchase head, sales manager, operation manager, branch manager, finance manager, lower or operative management. After that, the workforce came. Functions of management came POSDC, as I already told you, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. In planning, setting objectives and targets and formulating on action plan, it bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to reach. That is what to do, how to do, when to do, for whom to do, who is to do. That's all planning where we starts working, where we think before doing the working, after before doing the working. As organizing involves assigning duties, grouping tasks, establishing authority and responsibility relationship, allocating the resources required to perform the specific plan. प्लानिंग के मुताबिक अगर कोई रिसोर्सेज है तो उसे इकट्ठा करके लाता है, और ये स्ट्रक्चर बनाता है कि कौन बॉस है, कौन सबॉर्डिनेट है, सब अपने हिसाब से काम करे. स्टाफिंग, finding and placing the right person for the right job at the right time. It involves recruitment, selections, placement, induction, and development of employees. Oh, wait, guys. So, in staffing, finding and placing the right person for the right job at the right time, it involves recruitment, selection, placement, induction, and development of employees. That means a right person at the right place at the right time. Employee से best efficiency से काम कराना. Efficiency means doing the work with the minimum cost and gaining maximum output. Yeah, let me check it. It is actually, yeah, right. Directing. Process to leading, influencing, motivating the staff chosen to perform the assigned task efficiently and effectively. Initiates action, supervision plus motivation plus leadership plus communication is equal to directing. Supervision, motivation, leadership, communication is equal to directing. Controlling refers to monitoring organizational activities towards the attainment of organizational goals. It involves setting standards, measuring current performance, comparing with the standards and tasks, and taking corrective action for deviations to ensure things are done as per plan. Controlling and planning is basically is correlated, because uh, planning we do before controlling, but controlling is working according to the planning. That's why it is related, both of them. What is coordination? It is like a doing the work at a harmonious manner. That means coordination is a force which synchronizes and all the functions of management and activities of different departments. Lack of coordination results in overlapping, duplication, delay, and chaos. It is connected with all the three levels of management are looked together. They become a group, and as in the cause, in the case of every group, they also requires coordination among themselves. Coordination is implicit and inherent in all functions of an organization. What the essence of management? What is the need of coordination in management? So basically, coordination is needed to perform all the functions of management. Okay, first of all, we I have, I think, something code to learn this essence of coordination. It is RUDIPSY. Okay, so the basically RUDIPSY means uh, that is coordination integrates, no, uh, that the essence of this is, I didn't learn the essence. I didn't make the any acronyms or so, acronyms or mnemonics of this. Coordination is needed to perform all functions of management. Coordination is required to all level. Coordination is the most important function of the yeah, that's simple. I can do it by making the efforts. So explain the nature or features of coordination. What is the features of coordination? I don't want to like a ratification word to be here. I know the ratta is the English word, and I don't want to learn this, but it is the, I have to understand it actually. Okay, so are you dipsy? So coordination integrates group efforts. Okay, and coordination ensures unity of action. Coordination is a continuous process. Coordination is the responsibility of all the managers. Coordination is a deliberate function. Coordination is all pervasive manner. That's it. Explain the importance of coordination. Growth in size, functional differentiation, specialization. GFS, growth in size, specialization, and functional differentiation. So this is the first chapter. Now let's go into the second chapter. The second chapter is about the principles of management. So basically, the two person portrayed the very main part of this chapter. That is, first is Henry Fayol, and second is F.W. Taylor. So basically, Henry Fayol told his principle by their normal routine, but F.W. Taylor told his principle at a scientific manner. So basically, before going to the learn that all the principles, let's learn nature of management of principles. What is the features of management of principles? General guidelines, universal applicability, pervasive manner, and nature. Features of principle management helps in doing the work harmonious manner. Okay, flexible, mainly behavioral, cause and effect relationship. Now, what is the significance, importance of this? Importance: providing managers with useful insight into reality, optimal utilization of resources, and effective administration, scientific decision, meeting the changing environment, fulfill social responsibility, managing training, education, research, etc., etc. What is the 14 principles of Henry Fayol? So I have learned this with the code. So let me tell you the all the 14 principles of the management by the Henry Fayol, without looking at to be here. So division of work, authority and responsibility, decentralization and centralization. Wait, so wait, yeah. division of work, authority and responsibility, and unity of action, unity of command, scalar chain, equity, aspirate the corps, initiative, that means subordination of employees, initiative, or no, initiative is singular, initiative, centralization and decentralization, remuneration, order, subordination of employees, and scalar chain. So this is the thing, and one I forgot, that is discipline. So let me tell you again. Division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, interest, remuneration, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, subordination, stability of tenure, initiative, esprit de corps. So yeah, this is all the things. So yeah, I don't think I have to learn this. Now the first is scalar chain. So scalar chain is like a a kind of triangle where we have to talk the superior manner by step. Superior, subordinate, lower superior, higher superior. Okay, and if a subordinate directly it don't follow the scalar chain, so that we called a gangplank. And it will usually happens at in the case of emergency. So yeah, now what is scientific management? Doing the work in a scientific manner without doing the any kind of a socially manner. Okay, so basically there are four principles of FW table, that is scientifically: science not a rule of thumb, okay, cooperation not individualism, and science not a rule of thumb, cooperation not individualism, and harmony not discord, and doing the work of the employees to their greatest efficiency. Yeah, development of every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So this is the thing that now what is the techniques of scientific management? Basically, first is functional foremanship, and it has four, which were divided. It has 8 part, and it is divided in four part. That is under planning department. Under planning department, we have road clerk, instruction card clerk, time and cost clerk, disciplinarian, gang for foreman under this operation in operational development, gang boss, speed boss, repair boss, inspector. Yeah, this is a thing that is happening. Now the difference between Fayol and Taylor, basically nature of research of Fayol, he developed the theory of functional management or management process. In Taylor, he developed the concept of scientific management in concern. His principles are concerned with management efficiency, and Taylor's his principles and techniques are concerned with workers' efficiency level. He designed principles for top level management, and for Taylor, he designed principles for lower level of management. Focus functions of managers improving overall administrative by observing certain principles was his main focus. Standardization of work for him, increasing productivity through work simplification was main focus. Personality, he developed the personality of the researcher and practitioner and was called as father of the general management. For Taylor's, he developed the personality of scientist and was called as father of scientific management. Applicability, application for specialized situation, applicable universally. So this is the second chapter. Let's go into the third chapter. Business environment. Basically, it is the environment where the outside of the business anything happens, whose impacts mainly happen towards the organization. That is called business environment. The term business environment means the sum total of all individual institutions and other forces that are outside the control of the business enterprise, but that may affect its performance. Anything that have either positive or negative impact on business is known as business environment. So this is the thing that happened, as I already told you before reading it. So explain the features of the environment, that is SC Rudit. That means totally of external forces, specific and general forces, interrelatedness, dynamic, uncertainty, complexity, and relatively. So I don't think I have to learn it. So what is the explain the dimension of business environment, that is SLEP. This is the code SLEP. S denotes social, L legal, E economical, P political, T technological. Liberalization not in syllabus. Privatization not in syllabus. Globalization not in syllabus. I think demonetization is in syllabus. So demonetization is the process by which a currency is withdrawn from the circulation and replaced with a new currency. The government of India made an announcement on November 8, 2016, with the profound implications for the Indian economy. The two largest denominations, notes 500 and 100 notes, were demonetized with immediate effect, causing to be a legal tender except for a few specified purposes such as paying utility bills. The invalid currency in a bank, which came along with the restrictions played on case withdrawals. In other words, the restrictions are placed on the convertibility on domestic money and bank deposits. The aim on demonetization was to curb corruption, counterfeiting, the use of high denominations notes for illegal activities, and especially the accumulation of black money generated by income that has not been declared to the tax authorities. Features of demonetization, it's simple. Yeah, the third chapter has been completed. Now let's go into the fourth chapter, that is planning. What is planning? Planning means what to do, how to do, for whom to do, and who is to do. So basically we think about that the work which should be which we have to do before doing the work. So the features of the planning, that planning focuses on achieving objectives. Planning is the primary function of the management. Planning is pervasive. Planning is futuristic. Planning involves decision making. Planning is a mental exercise. Planning is a continuous. So planning focuses on achieving objectives. Planning is the primary function of the management. Planning is pervasive. Planning is a continuous. Planning is futuristic. Planning involves decision making. Planning is a mental exercise. Okay. So let me see. Here is something for it. So yeah, basically let me go into the next topic. Explain the importance of planning. That is, planning provides direction. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning promotes innovative ideas. Planning facilitates decision making. Planning establishes standards for controlling. Yeah, what are the limitations of planning? Planning leads to rigidity. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Planning reduces its creativity. Planning involves huge cost. Planning is a time consuming. Planning does not guarantee success. That's it. And process of planning. This is the main thing, that is I have to learn this. Setting objectives, developing premises, identifying. So here is the as dice if setting objectives, uh, developing premises, uh, integrating alternative course of action, evaluating alternative course of action, selecting an alternative, implementing the plan, and follow up action. Process of planning. Okay, setting of the objectives, developing premises, listening the various evaluation of different activities, selecting an alternative, implementing the plan, uh, follow up action. What is single use plan? The plan which is made for the one purpose, and after doing the purpose, that will not be used. And what is the a standing plan which will be which we will be used at a repeated manner? What is objectives? Or objectives mainly was what are the goals, aim of the organization. स्ट्रेटेजी कंपनी ने जो भी ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट किया है उसमें जो भी डिटेल प्लान बनाया जाता है उसे स्ट्रेटेजी कहते हैं. दैट्स इट. व्हाट इज पॉलिसी? Basically strategy is a thing where the we doing the work according to the our objective. Okay, the work we call strategy. What is policy? Any rule or guidance for the standing or singular plan, standing plan or singular plan. What is procedure? What is the procedure of this work? How can it be possible? Okay, what is rule? What is method for whom, for which method we can do it is formality and systematic working. What is program? What is budget? That's it. Objectives should be smart, as specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. The objectives of planning management, that is nothing. It is just a thing which means that smart, specific, measurable, uh, achievable, relevant, time bound. Okay, so this is a thing that I wanted to told you. That's it. Feature. Yeah, this is the fourth chapter. It's happened. Let's go into the fifth chapter. It is organizing. Organizing. It refers to the process of defining and grouping the activities of an enterprise and establishing authority relationship among them. So basically, Organizing it is just to implementing the resources, and it is a refer to the process of defining the grouping activities. Organization can be defined as process that initiates implementation of plans by clarifying jobs and working relationship, and effectively deploying resources for attainment of identified and desired result goals. Organizing essentially implies a process which coordinates a human efforts, assembles resources, and integrates both into a unified whole to be utilized for achieving utilized objectives. The organizing function leads to the creation of an organizational structure which includes the designing of roles to be filled by suitably skilled people, and defining the interrelation between these roles so that ambiguity in performance of job can be eliminated. So, what is the importance of organization? That is benefits of specialization, clarifying and working relationship, optimum utilization of resources, adaptation to change, effective administration, development of personal expansion and growth. Okay, so I have to learn this at a very proper manner. Okay, let me take water. So, if we are going to do learn about the characteristics or features of the organization, would be DCPCM, which is a code of the organization, that is DCPCM. Division of work. C means coordination. P means plurality of persons. C means common objectives. O means organization is a machine of management. Okay, so basically, yeah, organization process. It is idea, identification and division of work, and departmentalization. A means a, a ID, basically IDAE is should be in this sequence manner. So assignment of duties is establishing reporting relationship. Okay, आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क, कामों को बांटना यानी पहचानना. डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन, कंपनी को छोटे छोटे डिपार्टमेंट से डिवाइड करना. डिपार्टमेंट सिमिलर नेचर के होते हैं, इससे काम करने में आसानी आती है. इट इज़ कॉल्ड डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन. ओके. असाइनमेंट ऑफ ड्यूटीज, काम सौंपना. स्टेबलाइजिंग रिपोर्ट, आइडिया, आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड डिवीजन ऑफ वर्क. एंड डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन, stabilizing reporting, assignment of duties, and stabilizing reporting relationship. So this is the basically we have learned in planning. We learned the planning process, that is as DICE. As means selecting an as means selecting an alternative. D means uh, D means, what is the meaning of D? D means developing premises. Okay, as I see, setting objectives, developing premises, uh, uh, identifying alternative course of action, evaluating alternative course of action, selecting alternative. I means integrating group efforts, and F means follow up action. Implementing the plan, I means, and follow means group follow up action. So let me write it. I think it is important. So, first of all, I learned basically the two things. That is, the first is the planning processes, and organization organizing process, and planning process. Yeah, that's good. So in planning process, In planning process, basically the code of this S dice if. Okay, so S means I still selecting objectives, uh, developing premises, I means identifying alternative course of action, as E means evaluating alternative course of action, S means selecting alternative, and I means the integrating the group efforts, I think so, integrating the plan, integrating the plan, and the last but not least is follow up action. Yeah, now we are going to the organization process. It has the code of its IDEA. Basically, IDEA is the correct pronunciation of idea, but we have to go in the sequence manner. That's why I wrote here it IDEA. So basically, IDEA. E means stabilizing group efforts. I don't know. I really forget IDA. He means I means identification and division of work. And division of work. Second is D means departmentalization. Third is A. A means assignment of duties. And the fourth is establishing group effort. So basically, the planning process is SDICE. That means, uh, you know, selecting objectives, developing premises, identifying alternative course of action, select as dice, evaluating alternative course of action, and selecting alternative, uh, integrates as per plan, and follow up action in organizational process. That is idea, that is identification and division of work, and departmentalization. A means assignment of duties, and A means establishing report relationship. So this is the two things. And now what is organizational structure? इनमें एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर बनाया जाता है जिसमें मेंबर स्टाफ की सूची होती है और अथॉरिटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के बारे में लिखा होता है. The organization structure can be defined as a framework within the managerial and operating tasks are performed. It specifies relations between the people, work, and resources on the organization. Under the organizational structure, various posts are created to perform different activities for the attainment of the predetermined objectives of the enterprise. The structure provides a basis for or framework for managers and other employees to perform other functions. It allows coordination and correlation among human, physical, and financial resources, and this enables a business enterprise to accomplish desired goals. The organizational structure of a firm is shown is in an organization chart. What are the different types of organizational structure? Basically, two types of the organizational structure is first is functional structure, and the second is uh, organizational. I think second. What is the second structure? Divisional structure. So basically, we're going to learn this what is functional structure. Functional structure basically it has the functional structure activities are grouped and departments are created on the basis of specific functions to be performed. For example, all the jobs related to production are grouped under production department, sales department, etc. When a company produces single product, okay. Where in a functional structure, when a company produces a single product, that organization we called adopted the functional structure, and the second is the functional, and second is divisional structure when company has more than one product. Okay, functional and divisional. FD, fixed deposit. Okay, FD, functional and divisional. So basically, here is the diagram. As you can see, I have to focus it. Yeah. So, advantages of functional structure. Occupational specialization. That means विशिष्टीकरण के लाभ. What is the advantage? We got too much benefit like this promotes efficiency, similar task, improve performance of the employees, promotes control and coordination. It is just a we can write by making it according to us. Disadvantages of functional structure. फोकस ये रखना है कि कंपनी की गोल्स पर फोकस करना है बजाय अपने डिपार्टमेंट्स की. वेट गाइस, आई एम मीटिंग वाटर. Now let's go to the divisional structure of the organization. As I already told you, it involves more than one product. Dividing whole enterprise according to the measured products to be manufactured like metal, plastic, cosmetics, etc. is known as divisional organizational structure जो multiple products बनाता है. In a divisional structure, the organizational structure comprises of separate business units or divisions. Each unit has a divisional manager responsibility for performance and who has authority over the unit. Generally, manpower is grouped on the basis of different products manufactured. Each division is multifunctional because with each division function like production, marketing, finance, purchase, etc. are performed together to achieve the common goal. As you can see, here is a diagram where you can see that only only this garments departments have only shown the four, and similarly all the remaining departments have four parts, but here is not this space, that's why I didn't wrote here. Okay, advantages we can write. Now here is the one thing came, that is accountability. That means जवाबदेह को पहचानना easy होता है. So that means what is the meaning of this? Who is responsible for doing this all the activities? Who gave the end speech, and who bear all the losses? Who not bear? Who is the like at the end results? Who takes credit? Okay. Divisional heads are accountable for profits as revenues and costs related to different departments can be easily identified and can be assigned for them. This provides a proper basis for performance measurement. It also helps in fixation of responsibilities in cases of poor performance of the division, and appropriate remedial actions can be taken. That's it. Product specialization means doing the focus on the one singular product. Okay, and divisional structure we can write. Now here's the difference that as you can see the difference between the functional and divisional structure of the organization. Basically, formation, if we talk about the basis of formation, then functional structure formation is based on function. Okay, and divisional structure function formation is based on product lines and is supported by function product specialization. Functional specialization and product specialization. Managerial development, responsibility, difficult to fix departments, easy to fix responsibility for performance, cost functions are not duplicating and economical duplication of based department, hence costly. Coordination, less coordination compared to regional structure, better coordination because product wise departments separate. That's it. Now we are going to learn about what is formal organization and what is informal organization. Wait, guys. Now let's going to discuss about what is formal organization. What do you mean by formal organization? Formal organization means in Hindi terms that is औपचारिक, official. Okay. So informal organization means the term formal organization refers to the organizational structure developed by management to achieve organizational goals. The boundaries of powers and responsibilities are clearly defined in a formal organization, and there is systematic coordination among all the duties to achieve organizational goals. And there is some boundaries and systematic work happened here. And if we learn about the features of it, so we can write it to the own words. Advantages we can also write to the own words. Disadvantages we can also write to the own words. Now let's go into the informal organization. Wait, guys. Now let's going to discuss about the what is the informal organization. Informal organization in Hindi term that is अनौपचारिक organization which is not formal. Basically, integration among people at the work gives rise in network of the network social relationship among employees called the informal organization. The main purpose of this organization structure is to feel psychological satisfaction of the employees with common interests. For example, employees with a similar interest in books, films, religion, etc. may from their own informal groups. Features of informal organization. We can write it here. Disadvantages and advantages and disadvantages we can also write it. Now difference between formal organization and informal organization. In case of formal, the meaning is it refers to the structure of well-defined authority, and informal it refers to the network of social relationships arising out of interaction among employees. Origin as a result of company rules and policies, arises as a result of social interaction. Authority arises by virtues of position. Management arises out of personal qualities. Adherence to rule, violations of rules may lead to penalties. Wait, guys. So now let's go into the next topic, that is delegation. That means trans- transferring the power to the subordinate so that superior can do that work which is necessary on that time, and it would be good for the all over the organization. अपना काम किसी और को सौंप देना ताकि कोई इम्पोर्टेंट काम अच्छे से हो जाए. Giving the authority from downward superior to subordinate. Keywords downward authority. That means delegation is the downward authority because that is going to the upper to the bottom. That is downward. Okay. According to Theo Hyman, delegation of the authority merely means the granting of authorities to subordinates to operate within the prescribed limit. According to Louis Setting, delegation is the process of a manager follows in dividing a work in assigned to him so that he performs the part which only because of his unique organizational placement can perform effectively, and so that he can get others to help with what remains. Yeah. So yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to tell you that. Now elements of delegation. Now it is the important thing that is three things of delegation. A delegation basically revolves around downward because a superior to subordinate relationship it actually happens. So the first elements of it basically it is very important. So I wanted to write it here. That is elements of delegation. First is authority, second is responsibility, and the last but not least is accountability. Basically authority means decision making power. It can be delegated. That means who have the power of the decision making, like in a class teachers have a decision making power. If teachers were not available, so monitors have a decision making power. So that they have a authority and some norms. Okay. So now going to the next is responsibility. Now what is responsibility? Can you guys imagine that? It is a compulsory duty. If I read it, responsibility is the obligation of the subordinate to properly perform the assigned duty. It arises from a superior subordinate relationship because the subordinate is bound to perform the duty assigned to him by superior. Thus, the responsibility flows upwards that his subordinate will always be responsible to his superior. Okay. An essential factor to keep in mind with regard to both authority and responsibility is that when a worker is given a job to do, he must also be given the level of authority required to complete it. Therefore, for effective delegation, the authority granted must align with the responsibility must assigned. Yeah, responsibility. Basically, it is a compulsory duty and a person who are responsible for all the activities. And who is accountability? Suppose that a person gives responsible to the another person for doing the work, but the at the end the person who is the first is the jawabdeh. That means to tell the something principle cannot be delegated. Accountability implies being accountable. Accountable. First is accountability means accountable. Responsibility means not to be delegated. Authority means authority means a power. Okay. So now going to the next topic. Explain the importance of delegation of authority. बना के we can do it right at own words. I don't know why my I spoke in Hindi. High morale of subordinate, better coordination. Now let's go into the next topic, that is what's the difference between authority, responsibility, accountability. According to me, it is a very important topic. So as you can see, here is the diagram. Let me focus it. So here is the diagram where basis, authority, responsibility, accountability written. So now let's read it. Meaning, authority means right to command. That means who have power. Responsibility means obligation to perform an assigned task. Who have responsible for doing the that work. Okay. Now the third is accountability, answerable for the outcome of the assigned task. Origin arises from formal position, arises from delegated authority, arises from responsibility. Okay. Wait. Okay. Origin arises from formal position, arises from delegated authority, arises from responsibility. Delegation, authority can be delegated, responsibility can be delegated, cannot be delegated. Yeah, responsibility. Okay, authority can be delegated, responsibility cannot be delegated, and accountability cannot be delegated. Okay, so yeah, flow. Basically, in the case of authority, powers can be transferred from upper level to the bottom level. So it is downward sloping. Responsibility can be transferred from the smaller to the upward sloping, and accountability is also the upward sloping. Okay, so yeah. Now the next topic is centralization, decentralization. Let's end the chapter first. What is centralization? डिसीजन केवल टॉप लेवल ले ही सकते हैं, बाकियों को डिसीजन लेने की कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं है. Basically, this means the organization in which decision making authority lies with the top management are termed as centralization. तीनों लेवल में अथॉरिटी का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. एंड व्हाट इज डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन? दैट डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन मींस द ट्रांसफरिंग ऑफ द पावर्स टू द superior to the subordinate. Okay, that means the power of taking decision from superior to the subordinate level. Okay, what is decentralization? According to the Lewis Allen, decentralization refers to the systematic efforts to delegate it to the lowest level all authority except that which can be exercised and at central points. Share of authority to employee. So decentralization means delegation of authority throughout all the levels of organization. This empowers lower levels to take decisions regarding problems faced by them without having to go to the upper levels. In other words, decision making authority in given to all the employers at all levels depending on the job each one of them are handling. When you when you love count down in the level of management authority decreases with every level. Explain the features of decentralization. Yeah, this is all the things. Yeah, importance of decentralization we can write. Yeah, now here is the last point of this chapter but not least, that is delegate difference between delegation and decentralization. Delegation, it is compulsory act. Yeah, in organization it should be compulsory act, otherwise organization cannot be run. Like if in an Adani enterprise there were 20,000 employees, if only Adani take decision for every in a single step, like suppose that they have to they have to purchase from this company, and if they have to purchase from that retailer store, then what will middle level of management and bottom level of management, what will they do? So it can't be happen. Okay, so yeah, delegation, it is compulsory. Decentralization is an optional policy decision. That means, what is decentralization? Power of decision taking from the bottom to the, they can take decision. Decentralization, basically decentralization is compulsory act, and basically delegation is the compulsory act, and decentralization is the optional act, but according to me both of them should be compulsory. Freedom of action, in delegation less freedom, in decentralization also have less control over executives, hence greater freedom of action. Not also, it has a greater freedom. Okay, status, short task, it is a result of the it is the result. High task, scope, narrow, larger. Purpose, to reduce the burden of manager. It has wider scope. It is implies extension of delegation to the lowest level of manager to increase the role of subordinates in the origin by giving them more authority. So this is the basically the organizing chapter, and it is all about the organization. So this is the 5 chapter. Let's go into the next chapter, that is chapter 6, that is staffing. Wait guys, now let's go into the next chapter, that is chapter 6, staffing. रिक्रूटमेंट में कैंडिडेट को अट्रैक्ट करते हैं और सिलेक्शन में कैंडिडेट को सेलेक्ट करते हैं. राइट पर्सन एट द राइट टाइम, प्लेस एट द राइट टाइम. राइट पर्सन एट द राइट प्लेस एट द राइट टाइम. राइट पर्सन at the right place at the right time. That's it. This is all about staffing. Staffing means recruitment of the person and hiring the person who is capable of doing the work, and doing the work in a proper manner, and they have the capability doing the work, and he had some advantages which were very good towards the firm or the organization, and it should be estimated that employee can generate more X money, and as well as that employee could be a reason for the growth of the organization. Yeah. Staffing has been described as a managerial function is filling and keeping filled with the position in the organizational structure. Staffing is the process of recruiting the right people for the right job. The staffing function follows in the planning and organizing functions after deciding what is to be done, how is to be done. After creation of the organization structure, the management is the position to know the human resource requirement in the requirement of the enterprise at different levels. According to Dale Yoder, personal management of staffing is that person phase of the management which deals with the effective control and and use of manpower of human resources. Yeah, so let's guys take a break. So we have discussed the basically last 5 chapter, and we have started the chapter 6, that is staffing. So yeah, so basically what time is happening right now? So 11:31 is happening, and tomorrow is my exam. So I know that this video is about to going to be very long. I hope you understanding what actually I'm trying to explain you, and but it should be long. Guys, I didn't practice too much business studies. In case that means not I don't have interest of the learning that business studies. I have very interest to learn them. And at the beginning of my 12th class, I have done too many faults in 11th class. I didn't make notes. I just trying to doing the copy paste work. But in 12th class at the beginning, I already thought that I will give proper attention towards my subjects of the business studies. So that's why I made a proper notes of the, as you can see it here. So I, according to that, I've made the proper notes towards the my all the chapters of the business studies. And guys, what I have done mistake, the mistake that I have done a lack of revision. The chapter which is I'm learning at the front of this camera, I've already taken command to this. Wait guys, yeah. So basically I'd made a proper notes, but the fault that I have not done the lack of revision. Every day I consider the business studies like a Hindi subjects which I used to learn till the up to 10th class. But now I am very serious and very curious to learning, but I don't have time. Yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to tell you. Without wasting the time, let's start the video. So, importance of staffing. सबसे best suitable proper importance means it do not have a sequence manner. We can write it. What is HRM? Human Resource Management. Basically, staffing is the smaller part of the HRM. Human Resource Management. That's it. The management functions human elements is handled by the staffing function. Since the effectiveness of the organization depends on how well this function carried out, managing the human elements of the organization is most crucial task. A company's ability to accomplish its objectives is greatly influenced by the skill, drive, and performance of its human resource. All managers have a directly responsibility for dealing with and choosing employees for a company. The managing role while handling staffing is somewhat restricted. Some of these duties will be matching in the right person with the right role, integrating new hires into the company, training staff, and enhancing their performance, growing their skills, maintaining. That's all other things like that. So now, the present-day human resource management concept includes the following activities: human resource planning, employing people, career growth, performance appraisal, motivation and compensation, providing social security review and already. Right? Process of staffing. Now this is the thing that I wanted to learn this, because we have already learned that process of planning, process of organizing, process of organization. Now we are going to learn about process of staffing. One thing I find that both in all the three chapters had the same topic, that is process. Yeah guys, let's begin the chapter which is I am here for doing. Let's start. I don't know what to do. Process. Yeah, here it is. So let me write it here first of all. Wait guys, let me pause this video. Let me write first of all process, then I'll start the video. Guys, I have learned the staffing process. So basically it is about एक रात sleep फिर तो पढ़ाई proper continue. So it is basically a kind of acronym or synonym where I can use to understand where एक रात sleep फिर तो proper फिर तो पढ़ाई proper continue. Estimating manpower requirement, recruitment, selection, placement and orientation, training and development, performance appraisal, promotion and career reduction, compensation. So staffing process, I have learned. Now going to the learn about the what is recruitment. Okay, so explain recruitment as a component of staffing. Explain recruitment as a component of staffing. Basically, recruitment is a component of staffing. Okay, attracting and identifying potential personnel with the necessary skills, expertise, and talents is what recruitment involves. Creating job descriptions, posting job adverts, assessing resumes and applications, and performing initial screening interviews are all part of the process. There are two sources of recruitment: internal sources of recruitment, where the firm recruit the person through their enterprise, under their enterprise, and the external source of recruitment to find from the another person. So basically, recruitment, uh, attracting and identifying potential personnel with the necessary skills, expertise, and talents is what recruitment involves. The persons who have knowledge and power of doing the work, and have proper skills. So that's would be the reason, so that they can be select and attracting and identifying potential personnel with the necessary skills, expertise, and talents is what recruitment involves. Creating job descriptions, posting job adverts, assessing resumes and applications, and performing initial screening interview. Those are all part of the process. Internal sources of recruitment, and the second is external sources of recruitment. Advantages, disadvantages can be learned through the onwards. External sources, from the outside. Uh, Disadvantages, methods of external. Now, what is the methods of external recruitment? Direct recruitment, casual callers, advertisement, employee exchange. Placement agencies and management consultants, campus consultants, labor constructors, advertising on televisions, web publishing, recommendation of employees. Now, here is the difference between the internal recruitment and the external recruitment, as you can see. Okay, so in internal recruitment and external recruitment, meaning in internal recruitment. Internal recruitment means making use of existing staff to fill up the vacant job positions in the organization. External recruitment means making use of new personnel or outsiders to fill up the vacant job position in the organization. Time economy. It is less time consuming. This process is more economical, as it does not involve any cost of searching external sources. In external recruitment, it is more time consuming. The process is costly, as vacancy have to be notified, newspapers, manages, etc. Quality, there is a limited choice, so better choice may not be assumed. It provides wider choice and the best quality in assumed. That's it. Explain selection as an element of staffing. My god, we have also process of selection. The chapter is very long, very big chapter is staffing, and the next chapter, directing, is also a very big chapter. Directing. Okay, so going to the selection. Explain selection as an element of staffing. Identifying and choosing the best person. Okay, selection means recruitment is basically the positive effect where we recruit and tells to the organization, under the organization, or the outsiders of the organization, we tells and attract the person. The person attracts toward the firm, that is positive. And selection, that means we are doing a work of like we have 100 peoples who applied, and we have to select only 5%, so 95 will not be eligible. So that is the negative effect. Now, what is selection in the is the process of identifying and choosing the best person out of the number of prospective candidates for the job. Candidate must pass a series of employment exams and interviews in order to be considered in a position. It may are eliminated at each stage and only be few advanced or at next stage until the right type is found. The screening of the applications could be the first step in the process. It may continue even the candidates has accepted and join the company. This is because the selection process, like any other managerial choice, requires judgment about candidates' performance potential. What is process of selection? Preliminary screening, selection test. Uh, uh, First is preliminary screening, then selection test, then third is employment interviews, fourth is reference checks, fifth is selecting decision, sixth is medical physical examination, seventh is job, eight is contracts of employment. That's it. So if I learned that the process of selection, that is, so let me write it here first. So yeah guys, this is all about the selection process. Now let's go into the explain training and development as an element of staffing. We will do it. The benefits of training and development we will do also. Now, what is the training methods? Basically, as in the common sense, there were two types of training methods. The first is on the job training, the second is off the job training. On the example of on the job training, like that call center, and the off the job center, like the pilot. Okay, so yeah, I'll write it about this. So here is difference recruitment and selection. So as you can see here, I've wrote all the differences between here and there to the both pages, as you can see. Okay, so yeah, in recruitment it is a process of searching suitable candidates to fill up vacancies. Selection, it is a process of screening and selecting the most eligible candidates and offering them job. Stage recruitment proceeds the staffing function. Staffing always starts where recruitment ends. Nature, it is a positive process. As more and more candidates are induced to apply for the job, it is a negative process, and more candidates are rejected than the number of selected candidates. Contract of services, there is no contractual relations created. Selection involves contract of service between employer and employee. That's it. And training and development, we'll write it. We'll write it. Right, so it is all about the staffing chapter. Now let's go into the big chapter. That means a very long chapter. That is directing. Directing means guiding, integrating, guiding, directing, motivation. That's all considered in directing. Instructing, guiding, counseling, motivating, and leading people to the organization to achieve its objectives is called directing. Directing is the key managerial function performed by the manager along with planning, organization, staffing, and controlling. Directing is a continuous process initiated at the top level and flows to the bottom through organizational hierarchy. It is a hierarchy manner, like working as a one by one, as a patterned manner. Okay. Explain features of directing. We'll write it. Importance. We will write it. सुपरविजन. व्हाट इज सुपरविजन? जो अपने subordinate employees के एक्टिविटी के ऊपर नज़र रखता है. ठीक है. ओके. ठीक है. नॉट ओके. So this is the like a manager who gave proper attention to their employee, that he trying to notice that their employees doing work at a proper manner or not doing the work at a without proper manner, so they were noticed. Okay. Supervision can be defined as a process of directing the efforts of employees and other resources to achieve their desired results. It entails supervising subordinates' work and issuing directions and to ensure optimal resource utilization and achievement of work targets. The supervisor acts as the link between the workers and management. On the one side, he communicates management ideas to workers, and on the other, he communicates workers' ideas to worker difficulties to management. This position of supervisor aids in the prevention of misunderstandings and conflicts between management and workers employed. Explain motivation as an element of directing. By convincing, encourage the person. Explain motivation as an element of directing. Okay. Okay. Explain motivation. Yeah, we will write it about. Okay. For features of motivation, we will also write it about. Yeah, the main thing is about in this chapter, that is Maslow's need hierarchy. Basically, it is a triangular shape of hierarchy table which were drawn by the Maslow, where they have written 5 levels of the society, where what employees wanted actually. The first is food. The second is the first is food, safety, social. Yeah, it looks like this. Psychological needs. The first step is psychological needs. Second is safety. Third is social needs. Fourth is esteem needs. Fifth, last but not least, is self actualization needs. So yeah, this is all about this Maslow needs hierarchy. So I'm just reading. I think I should read this first. So hierarchy means levels. Okay, I think I told you very wrong. It is pattern to pattern. It's level. Maslow's need hierarchy theory are considered fundamentals to understanding of motivation. Every human being has a variety of needs that inspire them to labor, including psychological needs, social needs, safety needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. In order to encourage employees and increase their performance, the manager must understand their needs and desires. To meet their needs, managers must provide varied incentives, uh, monetary and non-monetary, to employees based on their level of responsibility. He felt that every human beings there exists a hierarchy of 5 needs. These are basic psychology needs, most basic needs. There are the most basic demand in the hierarchy and relate to primal wants. The requirement includes food, shelter, hunger, thirst, shelter, sleep, and sex. In the workplace, basic income helps to meet the requirements. Now second is safety, security needs. Their requirements give security and protection from physical and emotional harm. Examples include work securities, income stability, and position pension schemes in safety scheme. Okay, so yeah, now affiliation belonging needs. Third is Social needs. The requirement includes affection, a sense of belonging, acceptance, and friendship. For the esteem needs, these things includes like self-esteem, autonomy, status, recognition, and attention. Fifth is self-actualization needs. It is hierarchy, highest level of needs. It refers to the desire of achieve one's full potential. Their requirement includes personal development, self-actualization, and goal attainments. Yeah, this self-actualization needs. It is hierarchies, highest level of needs. जो भी जिंदगी में पाना चाहते थे वो पा लिया है. It refers to the desire of achieve one's full potential. These requirements includes personal development, self-actualization, and goal attainments. That's it. So the next is Maslow's theory is based on the following assumption. People's behavior is based on their need satisfaction. With such needs motivates their behavior. People's needs are in hierarchical order, starting from basic needs to other higher level needs. A satisfied need can no longer motivate a person. Only next higher level need can motivate him. A person can move to the next higher level of the hierarchy only when the lower need is satisfied. That's it. What is financial incentives? Okay. Yeah, there are two incentive. First is financial incentive. Second is non-financial incentive. Incentives means all measures which are used to motivate person to improve performance. Financial incentives are the rewards which are monetary in nature or measurable in monetary terms and intended to drive people to perform better. These incentives might be given to individuals or groups. That's it. जिसे मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में कैलकुलेट कर सकें, बोनस इंसेंटिव एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. Positive motivator by showing money monetary. Basically, what is the motivation of the employees? According to me, for the majority of the cases, if you wanted, if you have a firm or a company or an organization or an enterprises, then you wanted, if you want that your employees do their work at a proper dedication, at a proper manner, you motivate by your thought too much, motivate them. But in according to me, at this time that Kalyug time, I don't know what we'll call Kalyug in English, people's do not motivates with that. So you have to do run your mind like a business mind. You have to give a incentive to the people, and so that they can get a motivations to earn lots of money, so that they can do work at a proper manner. That's it. So next, the financial incentives generally used in organization are listed below. Now we are going to learn what are the types of monetary financial incentives. Wait guys. Sri Radhe, Sri Radhe. Now what is the types of financial incentive? Pay and allowances. अच्छा पेमेंट मिलना और इंक्रीज होना. That means a person who get a job and their incomes got increases, month by month, or a quarter, or a 6 month by 6 month, or a yearly basis. Salary is the primary monetary motivator for all employees. It consists of base pay, decreases, allowances, and other allowances. The salary system comprises of regular pay increase each year as well as allowances enhancement from time to time. Pay raises and increments may be tied to performance in some commercial groups. Profit sharing, yeah. Co-partners stock option, yeah. Bonus, commission, productivity linked wage incentive. Very nice. And guys, someone is interrupting from my house. My nephew was interrupting. That's it. Yeah. Productivity linked wage incentives, retirement benefits, perquisites. That's it. Why employees provident fund not effective here? Yeah, but employment providence fund is the part of the employee salary. What is non-financial incentive? It is for more power or singular level of employees. Non-financial incentives basically for those persons who have already lots of money. They don't needs money. They needs power, level, and stage, and the part of the big part of the company or the organization, firm, enterprise. When alone cannot meet all of the individual's needs, motivation is also influenced by psychological, social, and emotional aspects. Non-monetary influence incentives mostly. Now discuss about the non-financial incentive. Yeah. So basically, the person who wants the social, psychological, social, and emotional aspects, so that they can get a better position. Types of non-financial incentive, that is status, organizational climate, career advancement, that is promotion, and job enrichment, चैलेंजिंग काम देना जिसमें वो अपने स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव कर सकें, employee recognition, job security, employee participation, employee empowerment. Explain leadership as an element of directing. I can write it here about it. Features also write it. Types of leadership. Yeah, this is the main thing. Democratic, autocratic, and uh, free reign. In autocratic, in this manner, only leader can approach to the everybody. In democratic, everybody can approach to. In our reign, only employees. Now, communication as an element of directing, like sender, messaging, encoding, medium, receiver, decoding, feedback, and noise something. Now, there were too many types of communication. First is formal communication. It has to be a downward communication where production manager, assistant production manager, production manager, worker, and upward communication. Worker, production supervisor, assistant production manager, production manager. Okay. Horizontal or lateral communication, diagonal communication. What is informal communication? Informal communication is the exchange of information, ideas, and opinions that occurs inside an organization outside of formal channels. It is more informal, personal, and less structured than formal communication. Gossip, small talks, socializing, and informal gatherings are all examples of informal communication. It is common among colleagues or employees at the same levels within an organization, and it can be assisted by technology such as instant messaging and social networking. Features of informal communication: focus on psychological satisfaction, fast spreading rumors, get distorted, leakage of confidence, strategy of informal, we can write it, barriers also. Yeah. Barriers of communication are force, that is semantic barriers, psychological barriers, organizational barriers, personal barriers. Semantic barriers, which are those which are done by through the misguiding, that is इशारों के कारण, gesture की वजह से communication में रुकावट. Okay. In psychological barriers, that is सामने वाले की बात कंप्लीट होने से पहले ही अंदाज़ा लगा देना. Okay. The next is organizational barriers, that is कंपनी के कायदे कानून बनाने के कारण रुकावट होती है. पर्सनल बैरियर्स, पर्सनल दुश्मनी से जुड़ी है. ओके. सो या दिस इज ऑल अबाउट डायरेक्टिंग. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द कंट्रोलिंग. सारी चीज़ें प्लान के मुताबिक पहले ही रहे. The everything we should be done at the planning That process is called controlling. Controlling ensures that things are done as per plans and plans are followed. Controlling function leads to goal achievement. An organization without effective control is not likely to reach its goal. Okay. Controlling is ensuring that actions in an organization are carried out as planned. Controlling also guarantees that an organization resources are used effectively and efficiently to achieve the established goals. Controlling is one of the management function which involves setting standards, measuring actual performance, and taking corrective action. Controlling involves comparison of actual performance with the planned performance. Nature of controlling, characteristics, features of controlling. Controlling is a goal oriented process. Controlling is all pervasive. Controlling is both backward looking as well as forward looking. Controlling is continuous function. Importance of controlling helps in achieving organizational goals, judging accuracy of standards, making efficient use of resources, improving employees' motivation, ensuring order and discipline, facilitating coordination in action. Relationship between planning and controlling. Nature and concept. Planning and controlling are interdependent and interlinked. Controlling is both backward looking as well as forward looking. फ्यूचर पास्ट पास्ट की गलतियों को ना दोहराएं. Involves analyzing and evaluating previous. So yeah, this is all about that. Controlling is also forward thinking with the objective. Yeah. Planning is prescribed, whereas controlling is evaluating. Controlling process. Guys, I have noticed that. I didn't notice from first to the end. Every chapters has process, like in a planning process, organizing process, directing process. uh, is no In directing there were no any kind of process and when we put an organization there were also a process. So let's learn organization process and end this chapter. No, controlling process. Setting performance standard. Measurement of actual performance. Comparing actual performance against standards. Analyzing deviations. Taking corrective actions. Feedback and controlling. Yeah, so this is all about this chapter, and yeah, so that's it. Setting performance standard, measurement of actual. First of all, let me read this first time. Let me read it. I wrote it here, and I will get the synonym of it as soon as possible. सेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स, एक टारगेट सेट करना है और उसी के हिसाब से कंपैरिजन चेक होगा. सेटिंग अप ऑफ टारगेट्स स्टैंडर्ड्स. ओके. मेजरमेंट ऑफ एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस, स्टैंडर्ड को मेज़र करेंगे स्टेप 1 एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस से. ओके. कंपैरिजन एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस अगेंस्ट स्टैंडर्ड, स्टेप 1 एंड स्टेप 2 को कंपेयर करना है. एनालिजिंग डेविएशंस, डेविएशन स्टैंडर्ड 1 इज़ नॉट इक्वल टू एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस को एनालिसिस करना है. टेकिंग करेक्टिव एक्शन, ये गड़बड़ क्यों आई है और इसे कैसे सुधारें. फीडबैक एंड कंट्रोलिंग. सो बेसिकली द वेरी फर्स्ट वी हैव टू डू दिस द सेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स. एक टारगेट वी हैव टू set the performance standard, and the second is measurement of actual performance. We have to measure how much we have actually performed. The third is comparing actual performance against the standards. We have to compare actual performance against standards, analyzing deviations. Okay. Taking corrective action. Feedback, I'll learn this. Okay. So the part A we have completed, and the time is happening 1:03, around 1 a.m. I have completed the part 1, and now I'm gonna to read out and to the second part, which is also a very big. And yeah, let's start without wasting the time. Financial management, पैसों का मैनेजमेंट. पैसा कितना लगेगा और कहाँ पर खर्च करूँ. पैसा कितना लगेगा और कहाँ पर खर्च करूँ. ओके. बिजनेस के लिए कितना पैसा चाहिए, कहाँ कितना लगाना है, कहाँ जाएगा. सो बेसिकली इट इज़ अबाउट हाउ मच मनी वी वुड रियली नेसेसरी टू हैव बिजनेस, एंड how much we should have to spend, and where we have to spend, and where that money gone. Finance in a lifeblood of business. Basically, without having the finance, without having the money, how can we estimate that business went in a proper manner? If we don't have money at this time, at this Kali-Yug time, if we don't have money, then we can't do any kind of thing. Like if we wanted to purchase something like a machine, it requires money. That's it. Business finance means money or hands available for a business or operations. It is indispensable for the survival and growth of the business, for the production and distribution of the goods, and meeting day-to-day expenses. Finance is needed to stabilize a business, to run it, to modernize and expand or diversify it. Financial management. According to Howard and Upton, financial management involves the application of general management principles to a particular financial position. Financial management is concerned with optimal procurement as well as uses of finance. Role of finance management, साइज एंड दी कंपोजिशन ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट्स. फिक्स्ड एसेट में कितना पैसा डालना है और कितना नहीं. ओके. साइज एंड द कंपोजिशन ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट. रोल ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, साइज एंड द कंपोजिशन ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट्स, साइज एंड कंपोजिशन ऑफ करेंट एसेट्स, द अमाउंट ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म एंड शॉर्ट टर्म फंड्स, ब्रेकअप ऑफ long-term financing into debt equity, all times in the profit and loss objective of financial management, profit maximization, maintenance of liquidity, proper utilization of funds, meeting of financial commitments to the creditors. Explain 3 financial decisions and the factors affecting. पैसा कहाँ कहाँ से आएगा. Okay. Investment decision. Through the investment we get money. Importance of investment decision on capital budgeting, long-term growth, large amount of fund involved, risk involved, irreversible decision, factors affecting an investment decision और capital budgeting. इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन से पहले क्या सोचकर डिसीजन लेना है. फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग एन इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन और कैपिटल बजटिंग. इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन से पहले क्या सोचकर डिसीजन लेना है. कैश फ्लो ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, इन्वेस्टमेंट क्राइटेरिया, फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन. फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग फाइनेंशियल डिसीजन, कॉस्ट, रिस्क, cash flow position, control consideration, floating cost, fixed operating cost, state of capital markets. Dividend decision. Factors affecting the dividend decision: earnings, stability of earnings, cash flow positions, growth opportunities, stability of dividends, reference shareholder, taxation policy. Access to capital market, legal constraints, uh, contra contractual constraints. Financial planning. It means deciding in advance how much to spend. It means deciding in advance how much to spend, on what to spend according to the fund at your disposal. So yeah, it involves the preparation of a financial blueprints for an organization. It is a process of estimating fund requirements of a business and determining the possible sources from which it can be raised. It can be raised. The objectives of financial planning is to ensure that enough funds are available at the right time. Thus objective of financial planning is to ensure that enough funds are available at the right time. Objectives of financial planning: एक एस्टिमेटेड अमाउंट ऑफ फंड की को निश्चित रूप से रखना कि जबकि ज़रूरत पड़े तो उनका यूज़ करना ही है उस समय में. टू इंश्योर अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ फंड्स whenever required. This includes a proper estimation of funds required for the various purposes. Yeah, to see that the firm does not raise resources unnecessarily. Importance of financial planning, we will write capital structure. Now the main thing was started from it here, and how much it has. It has or 4 to 5 pages remaining to this chapter. Capital structure. Basically, the debt upon equity. That is debt upon equity. That means shareholders fund upon debt means non-current liability. It is like a debt equity ratio. Yeah. So capital structure. टोटल कैपिटल में से कितना डेट होगा और कितना इक्विटी होगा. कैन यू गाइस इमेजिन दैट. फाइंडिंग द राइट कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ डेट एंड इक्विटी फाइनेंसिंग फॉर ए कंपनीज long-term success and sustainability is known as capital structure. See that, guys. Capital structure refers to the mix between owners and borrowed funds. It gives the ratio of debt capital and equity capital in the capital structure. That's it. Learn formula for numericals. Capital structure is equal to debt upon equity. Right, guys. So the capital structure. The formula of the capital structure is nothing. It is just a debt upon equity, where in accounting ratio we have already learned the debt equity formula. That is debt equity ratio. That is a debt upon equity. The name is debt equity ratio. It is debt upon equity, where debt we also call that non-current liability and equity is the shareholders fund. What is financial leverage or trading on equity? The proportion of debt is in overall capital is also called financial leverage. Financial leverage is also we call debt upon equity. Factors determining the capital structure. We'll write it. We'll write. I can write. Now fixed capital. कितना पैसा fixed asset में invest करेंगे? Okay. It refers to investment in Yeah, a fixed capital we also call that capital budgeting. फिक्स्ड कैपिटल कितना पैसा फिक्स्ड एसेट में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. बेसिकली गाइस, इफ यू डोंट नो द मीनिंग ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट, देन द मीनिंग ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट इज the assets which can be used for the more than 1 year. Okay, no, I don't think that it will be, maybe it would be happen, but fixed asset means the asset which is fixed towards the firm, like a firm of, who has a business of you know motor, and they were doing the work of manufacturing car, but the furniture is the fixed, but the cars is not fixed. Okay, maybe I'm right or not, I'm not proper sure about it. Okay, in a balance sheet we learned that property, plant, equipment and intangible asset, where it has the parts of, it has four parts, which is property, plant, equipment, and the second is intangible asset, third is uh, you know uh, capital, uh, intangible asset, capital, capital work in progress, intangible asset, capital work in progress, and fourth is intangible asset, capital under development, and the last but not least is uh, intangible assets under development. Let me show you. Yeah, the first is property, plant and equipment, second is intangible assets, third is capital work in progress, and fourth is intangible assets under development. Okay, that's it. Okay, 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 okay. कितना पैसा फिक्स्ड एसेट में इन्वेस्ट करें, दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्न दैट फिक्स्ड capital, that is it refers to investment in long term, it refers to investment in long term, it refers to investment in long term assets. Investment in fixed assets is for longer duration, and it must be financed through long term sources of capital. Decisions relating to fixed capital involves huge capital investment and are irreversible without incurring without heavy classes. It is also called capital budgeting. Factors affecting the requirement of fixed capital. फिक्स्ड कैपिटल के रिक्वायरमेंट में कौन से फैक्टर होने चाहिए? नेचर ऑफ बिजनेस, स्केल ऑफ ऑपरेशन, चूज ऑफ टेक्निक्स, टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेडेशन, ग्रोथ प्रोस्पेक्टस, डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइनेंस एंड लीजिंग फैसिलिटी, लेवल ऑफ कोलैबोरेशन, जॉइंट वेंचर. बिजनेस को आपस में कोलैब करके फिक्स्ड कैपिटल खरीद सकते हैं जिसमें खर्चा कम होगा. दैट्स इट. Working capital, we have already know the formula because in accountancy the ratio chapter, working capital's formula is current asset minus current liability. Yeah, here is written. It refers to the funds requisite for the day-to-day operations of organization. Apart from the investment in fixed assets, every business organization needs to invest in the current assets, which can be converted into cash or cash equivalent within a period of 1 year. Two types of working capital. ग्रॉस वर्किंग कैपिटल, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंट एसेट में हुआ है. इन्वेस्टमेंट इन ऑल द करेंट एसेट्स इज called gross working capital. Net working capital, the of course current asset minus current liability, the excess of current assets over current liabilities is called net working capital. That's it. Explain factors affecting the working capital requirements. Well, I can write it outside. So yeah, this is all about the chapter market financing management. uh, Financial management. This is all about this chapter. Now I'm gonna to learn the next chapter, the third last chapter, that is financial market. Financial market is that market where buyer and sellers came to buy and sell the securities. एक ऐसा मार्केट जहाँ पर फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटीज़ का बाइंग एंड सेलिंग होता है. Market is a place where buyers and sellers meet. Funds allocated by bank, by financial markets, saver, borrower, etc. What is financial market? According to Antar Roddick states, business is not financial science. It is about trading, buying, and selling. It is about creating a product or service so good that people will pay for it. A financial market is a platform or system that allows buyers or sellers to trade financial assets such as stock, bonds, currencies, commodities, and deviation and derivatives. It is a marketplace uh, where individuals, businesses, and governments can buy, sell, and exchange financial instruments. Functions of financial markets. क्या चीज़ें करनी होती है थ्रू द फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स. मोबिलाइजिंग ऑफ सेविंग्स एंड चैनलाइजिंग इनटू द मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव यूजेस. सेविंग्स को मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव यूज में लगाना है. फैसिलिटेट प्राइस डिस्कवरी. प्राइस डिसाइड करके अपने मदद करना में प्राइस डिसाइड करने में मदद करता है डिमांड सप्लाई से. This is all about now the types of financial market. There is two types of financial market: money market and capital market. I think so. Yeah, capital market. Money market is that market where the transaction should be happen under 1 year. एक साल से कम के लिए जहाँ पे पैसा आता है. एक साल से कम के एक साल से कम के लिए जहाँ से पैसा आता है, that is called money market. The money market is a market for short-term funds which deals in monetary assets whose period of maturity is up to 1 year. Basically, it is a source of finance for working capital. It is a market where load is unsecured and short-term data instruments that are highly liquid are issued and traded every day. To physical location, but it includes all the institutions that deals with short market are the Reserve Bank of India, commercial banks, non-banking finance companies, state government, large corporate houses, and mutual funds. Features of money market. Market for short term, no fixed geographical location. Such party is capable of communication and delivery. So yeah. Now philosophies of market management are follows. Production concept. Production concept focus on mass production which with lowering the cost of production. Main focus large scale production to decrease the cost. Product concept focus on making high quality product with interesting features. These companies produce high quality of goods, but they must keep in mind that customers will buy high quality goods only when they need or want them. That's it. Main focus good quality added features in products. Selling concept. According to this concept, sellers needs to convince the consumer to sell whatever the sellers have by different types, promotive promotional and selling techniques. Yeah, this is all the kinds of things. Features of money market for short term, no fixed geographical location. Such party is capable of communication and delivery. नाउ कैपिटल मार्केट एक साल से ज़्यादा के लिए जहाँ से पैसा आता है. The term capital market refers to the facilities and institutional arrangement used to raise and invest long-term funds, both debt and equity. A capital market in which finance is readily available at a reasonable cost. The existence of a well-functioning capital market facilitates the process of economic development. According to V.K. Bhalla, capital market can be defined as uh, mechanism which channelizing saving into investment or productive use. The productive market allocates the capital resources among alternative uses. It intermediates flow of saving of those who save a part of their income from those who want to invest it in productive assets. Natures or features of capital markets. Link between saver and investment opportunities. The capital market is an important link in the process of savings and investing. The capital markets moves money from savers to risk-taking borrowers. Investment in long-term projects. Investment in long-term projects more than 1 year. Long-term and medium-term funds are available in the capital market. It does not address the issue of channeling savings for less than 1 year. Utilize intermediary. Determinant of capital formation. Government rules and regulations. An ideal capital market is one where finance is available at reasonable cost, which facilitates economic growth, where market operations are free, fair, competitive, and transparent, must provide sufficient information to investors, must allocate capital productively. Types of capital market: primary market and secondary market. Basically, the type of capital market is are those that is primary market and secondary market. In primary market, the primary market is also known as the new issues market. It deals with the new securities being issued. For the essential function of primary market is to facilitate the transfer of investable funds from savers to entrepreneurs seeking to establish new enterprises or to expand existing ones through the issue of securities for the first time. को डायरेक्टली पब्लिक को शेयर्स दे रही हैं. Methods of flotation of securities in primary market: offer through prospectus, offer for sale, offer through prospectus, invitation to the public. Wait guys, in primary market, yeah, there were two kinds of markets: primary markets where company issues their share, and secondary market where company redeem their share. That's it. Now let's go into the most important topic, that is stock exchange or secondary market. Okay, a stock exchange is a marketplace. Basically, if I wanted to tell you that in stock exchange, I had made the project on for my Viva, and for stock exchange for BST exam I made it. The stock exchange is a marketplace where buyers and sellers exchange stocks and securities. It serves as a marketplace for a company and raise capital by issuing and selling shares to investors, as well as for investors to buy and sell those shares among themselves. A stock exchange primary function is to facilitate the transparent and regulated buying and selling of stock and securities. It acts as a go-between for buyers and sellers, ensuring their fair and orderly trading. Functions of stock exchange secondary market, that is uh, APS, CPL, and S. Functions of stock exchange: economic parameter, pricing of securities, safety of transaction, contributes to economic growth, spreading of equity cult, providing scope for speculation, availability of funds, better allocation of capital, promotes the habits of savings and investments. The trading procedure on a stock exchange. Steps in the trading and procedure are as follows: selection of broker. Yeah, now what are the steps? Let me write it here. The steps in the trading and procedure are as follows: in the trading and procedure are as follows. The first is selection of broker, opening Demat account, opening Demat account with depository, opening Demat account with depository. Third is transaction, placing the order. Fourth is match the share and best price. Match the shares and best price. Executing order. Issue of contract note. Delivery of share and making payment. Settlement cycle. That's it. What is dematerialization and depositories? Okay, so let's learn this. Basically guys, I'm now so tired while speaking at continuously manner, and the time is about 1:29 a.m. night time. So basically that's it. So the around 2.5 chapters are all remaining, so let's complete firstly point 5 chapter. Let's complete soon. After that we will talk. What is dematerialization and depositories? Dematerialization is the process by which securities held in physical form. Dematerialization is the process by which securities held in physical form by an investor uh, are cancelled, and the investor is given an electronic entry or number to hold as an electronic balance in the account. In summary, dematerialization refers to the ownership of securities in electronic form. Okay, so basically dematerialization means the ownership which is in electronic form, in a kind of electronic bonds, which is basically about the topic which is happened to be there, and we have discussed mainly topics, and now things that too much about the government which had done too many things, and now it is a time to do something for their part, for their perspective, and a kind of a scam they had done. So basically in a proper manner, dematerialization, it is a process of the ownership in the form of electronic bonds. That's it. Electronic form for the bonds like our debentures. That's it. Benefits of dematerialization: holding shares in demat form is very convenient as it is just like a bank account. Physical shares can be converted into the electronic form, or even electronic form converted into back to physical certificate, that is dematerialization. These demat securities can even be pledged and mortgaged to get loans. There is no danger of loss, theft, or forgery of share certificates. Reduces paperwork. It is broker's responsibility to credit the correct number of shares in the investor's account. Securities of different companies can be held in a single demat account. So yeah, guys. So this is all are the points. Now let's go into the main point, that is stock exchange indices. So basically, there were two kinds of stock exchange. The first is Sensex, and the second is Nifty. So Sensex, this is the Bombay Stock Exchange Index. It is calculated by taking the prices of 30 stocks across the key sector of Bombay Stock Exchange (BSE) and NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, which will came in Nifty. Nifty. This is the Nifty. The National Stock Exchange Index is calculated by taking prices of 50% key stocks listed in NSEI. Nifty. This is the National Stock Exchange Index. It is calculated by taking prices of 50% key stocks listed in NSEI. Nifty. This is the National Stock Exchange Index. It is calculated by taking prices of 50% key stocks listed in NSEI. What is demutualization? We have learned dematerialization. Now we are going to learn what is demutualization. Here is demutualization, dematerialization, and here is demutualization. It refers to the separation of stock exchange ownership and control from member trading rights. Demutualization reduces the possibilities of brokers using the stock exchange for personal gain. Yeah, basically demutualization means some broker who works as a mediator in stock exchange market from the company and the public. And demutualization, basically it is a process where it reduces the possibilities of extra gain of profits to the broker. Demutualization is the first step. Previously, intermediaries such as brokers owned, controlled, and managed stock exchange. This brokers' ownership and management of stock exchange frequently resulted in conflicts of interest between brokers and their clients. To address this issue, the government demutualized the stock exchange. Okay. Now the most important thing, what is SEBI? So around 2.5 chapter, not 2.5 pages were also remaining to complete chapter 10. Let's discuss it. Yeah. What is SEBI? स्टॉक मार्केट की एक्टिविटी को सेबी कंट्रोल करती है. SEBI, that means Security and Exchange Board of India. SEBI is stand for the Securities and Exchange Board of India. It is the Indian securities markets regulatory body. SEBI was established in 1988 as an independent statutory body with the mission of overseeing the operation of the securities market, protecting investors' interests, and promoting the development of the Indian securities market. Objectives of SEBI, we will write it. Okay. Functions of SEBI. Now here is protective. Now I have to write, basically it is an important topic, which is functions of SEBI. First is protective function. I think there were 4 functions. प्रोटेक्टिव फंक्शन जो भी इन्वेस्टर है, जो पैसा लगा रहा है, उसे प्रोटेक्ट करना. सेकेंड इज डेवलपमेंट फंक्शन. Yeah, it has three functions. And fourth is regulatory function. Yeah. So in protective function, जो भी इन्वेस्टर है, जो पैसा लगा रहा है, उसे प्रोटेक्ट करना टू सेव द इन्वेस्टर. Now development function, कैसे स्टॉक मार्केट में और कैपिटल इनपुट कर सकते हैं, कैसे. SEBI Securities Development Function refers to its role in promoting the development and growth in India's securities market. To grow India's securities market. Now regulatory function, जो रेगुलेट करते हैं, कायदे कानून बनाते हैं, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट बनाते हैं. जो रेगुलेट करते हैं, कायदे कानून बनाते हैं, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट बनाते हैं, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट बनाते हैं. So basically all the three functions of SEBI's all the functions definition is hardly to be their name. Like in protective function, that means to protect the investor. Development function, to develop the India's exchange, board of India, to develop the India's stock exchange. Regulatory, to regulate, code of conduct, making the rules, and to implement the rule, who made constitution. That's it. So this is all about SEBI. Now here is something that is the last topic of this chapter, that is primary market and secondary market. So basically primary market, there is sale of new securities. Primary market and secondary market, it is the market for existing and second hand securities issued by. In primary market, securities are directly issued by company. In securities market, in secondary market, securities are transferred between investors only. That's it. In capital formation, primary markets contributes directly for capital formation as funds are transferred from surplus units to deficit units. Secondary market contributes indirectly for capital formation as funds as exchange between surplus units only. So yeah, this is the thing that is about. So we have completed chapter 10. The chapter 9 is financial management. Chapter 10 is marketing management. The financial management and financial market, we have completed the chapter. Now only two chapters were remaining, that is marketing management and consumer protection. So what is marketing management? It refers to manage all the activities related to market. Okay, so marketing management, the term market refers to the place where buyers and sellers gather to enter into the transactions involving the exchange of goods and services. The term market has been derived from the Latin word marketus, marketus, which means to trade. Oh, yeah. Features of market needs and wants creating marketing offer. ये नीड एंड वांट्स को सेटिस्फाई करता है. क्या क्या ऑफरिंग सिक्योर सर्विसेज अच्छाइयाँ हैं. कस्टमर वैल्यू, कस्टमर के लिए प्रोडक्ट वैल्यू, वैल्यू फॉर मनी हो. Exchange mechanism, buying and selling or can be rejected by between two parties, right? Exchange mechanism, buying and selling or can be rejected by between two parties, right? So yeah, these are all the things. Marketing management philosophies, आइडिया, सोच लोगों का. मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट से लोगों का, व्हाट इज द सोच ऑफ मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट थ्रू द पीपल. सोच मीन व्हाट इज द थिंक. So sorry guys, I told you in Hindi. Soch. So basically, soch means think. What's the thought about people towards marketing management? We have already learned that the marketing management, it refers to management of all the activities related to market. Any activities which were performed on the market, and the management which were doing to be there, so that management is called marketing management. So production concept focus on mass production with lowering the cost of production, सस्ता बनाना ताकि बिक जाए. Main focus large scale production to decrease the cost. So basically the people's thought was about that production concept. So that means if they made a higher, if the product higher, then it would be so the people's thought it was about that lowering the cost of production, mass production. The product price should be least so that it can be sold. प्रोडक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट, क्वालिटी ड्यूरेबिलिटी देखना जिसमें बहुत फीचर्स हो पर प्राइजेस थोड़ा हाई होता है. दैट मीन्स क्वालिटी ड्यूरेबिलिटी देखना जिसमें बहुत फीचर्स हो पर प्राइजेस थोड़ा हाई होता है. सेलिंग कॉन्सेप्ट, जो भी बना है बस बेचने की ताकत रखता है. मार्केटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट, कस्टमर को सेटिस्फेक्शन को इंश्योर करना, कस्टमर के सेटिस्फेक्शन को इंश्योर करना. The societal marketing concept. Now functions of marketing management. So basically it is a big chapter, very big chapter, long chapter. It is actually, so I have to complete it as soon as possible. Functions of marketing: gathering and analyzing market information. That means to gather and analyze the market information and to research them. मार्केट प्लानिंग, एक डेफिनेट प्लान बनाना जिसमें सेल्स इंक्रीज हो सके. प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट, प्लानिंग के बाद प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइन या न्यू प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं. स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन एंड ग्रेडिंग. Standardization means maintaining quality standards to achieve an uniformity in the product. Standardization provides quality assurance and consistency to consumers. Consumers are assumed about the quality of product. Uh, Packing, etc. Grading, mass classifying the products. The products on some basis. The basis of classification can be size, quality, etc. Grading is necessary when companies are not following strictly the technique of standardization. Through grading, workers can get higher prices for quality products. Packaging and labeling, branding, customer support services, pricing of products, promotion, physical distribution, transportation, storage and warehousing. Basically, in simple manner, If we discuss about the functions of marketing, then simple we just only told or discuss about the you know what actually marketing doing: promotion, physical distribution, transportation, storage and warehousing, etc., etc., etc. Explain the marketing mix: product, price, place, and product, price, place, promotion. Four tools of marketing management: four P's: product, price, place, promotion. So we will discuss about it. I'll I'll write it about by own words. So here is something new that so let me read out something. The marketing tool that the firm uses to achieve its marketing objectives in the target market are described as marketing mix. The success of a market offer depends upon how well these gradients are mixed to create superior value for customers and simultaneously achieve their sales and profit objectives. According to Philip Kotler, management mix are the set of marketing tools that a firm uses to pursue its marketing uh, objectives in the target market. Explain product as the marketing mix. So, product means goods or services or anything of value which is offered to the market for sale. Branding of product. Product mix refers to the all the decision related to products such as price, color, size, etc. Generic name: soap, uh, toothpaste, oil. So basically, the brand name of soap was Lux, toothpaste like Colgate, oil like Fortune. Important components of product mix: branding. A brand is only word, phrase, symbol, design, or combination of these things that is used to identify the product, goods, or services provided by one seller or group of sellers and to set them apart from those of these opponents. According to Jeff Bezos, branding is creating a corporate brand identifying for consumers and getting that brand identity is imprinted on the minds of consumers, and this required brand positioning and brand management services that facilitates developing or managing the finished product. Various terms related to the brand name are various terms related to the brand name are brand. If brand is identification of a product, it can be the form of name, symbol, or design, etc. Brand name. The part of brand which can be spoken is called brand name. Brand mark. The part of brand which cannot be spoken but can be recognized is known as brand mark, such as take mark of Nike. Trademark. A part of brand which is given legal protection is called trademark. No, the firm can use the name or sign for which the company get legal protection. Qualities features of a good brand name. While selecting a brand name, attention must be paid to the following. Brand name should be short and simple. Brand name should be easy to pronounce, as it is if it is difficult to pronounce, the customer will hesitate to demand for it. Brand name should be suggestive. It must suggest the utility of a product. The brand name should be unique and distinctive. The brand name should be very different and should not lose its identity. Brand name should be selected after considering its meaning in the other languages and cultures. For example, the brand name Nova given to Ambassador car means does not go in Spanish. Such types of names should be avoided. Advantage of brand name, I can write. Advantage of customers, I can write. Explain the packaging as an element of marketing mix, I'll write. Actually, here is some a logical thing where it is like a levels of packaging, like primary packaging, secondary packaging, and tertiary packaging, transportation packaging. So primary packaging is like a the packaging you know which is really necessary to cover the ingredients of the product. Okay, the main thing, like when a toothpaste it is under the steel like structure under there. It refers to a product immediate container. In some cases the primary package is kept till the consumer is ready to use the product. Secondary packaging, it refers to additional layers of protection that are kept till the product is ready for use. Transportation packaging, it refers to further packaging components necessary for storage, identification, or transportation. Explain the function of packaging. Protection, identification, convenience, promotion, rising standard of health and sanitation, self-service outlet, product differentiation, innovational opportunities. Explain labeling as marketing mix. Product information. Labeling means product information given to the person. Explain price as marketing mix, providing information required by law. Functions are performed by levels. You can write. I can write. So I saw here is the uh, simple things. Here it is. Customers demand and utility. Explain place physical distribution as an element of mix. Channel distribution, types of distribution channel, zero level channel, direct channel. So here is the some also topics which should be discussed very well. Okay, this chapter is basically very long. It has too much of things. Now the consumer protection, a short chapter. We can do it perfectly manner. So basically types of distribution channel. Zero level channel, direct channels, no intermediary. According to this channel, there were no intermediary. Okay, so it is a case when the firm sell their products directly to customers without any intermediary. So it is basically means the firm directly sells to their product to the normal public. खुद बनाकर खुद ही कंज्यूमर तक पहुंचाना, प्रोड्यूसर को नहीं, नहीं, वेट गाइस, खुद बनाकर खुद ही कंज्यूमर तक पहुंचाना, ओके. Common types of direct channels are direct sales by appointing salesmen, through mail order house, through internet, manufacturing, through teleshopping. इनडायरेक्ट चैनल जिसमें एक इंटरमीडियरी को प्रोडक्ट देते हैं, वन लेवल चैनल. ओके, indirect channel are those channel where we give one intermediary, like manufacturer to retailer to consumer. So retailer is the one intermediary. Okay, so two level channel where two intermediary. Okay, the manufacturer, the wholesaler, the retailer, the consumer. And three level channel is indirect channel. Wait guys. Indirect channel is divided into two types, three types. It is basically types of distribution channel are divided into two types. The first type is zero level channel or direct channels, and the second type is indirect channel. Indirect channel consists three types, which is one level channel, two level channels, three level channels. One level channels where only one intermediary part, two level channel only two intermediate part where wholesaler, retailer, and three level channels are three intermediary parts: manufacturer, distribution agents, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. That's it. Decision components of physical distribution: order processing, transportation, warehousing, inventory. Factors that help in determining the level of inventory: firms policies on customer services, degree of accuracy of sales forecast, responsiveness of distribution system, cost of inventory, promotion as a marketing mix, promotional tools. So now uh, we have learned that marketing mix. Marketing mix considers four types. Those four types are basically uh, four P's. We also tell them, that means product, price, promotion, place. Okay, so we learned that product, and now promotion is, there were promotional tools. Okay, so promotion as a marketing mix, sales को बढ़ाने का माध्यम. Basically, if you had done too many things about your products, if people still don't know about your product, then how can you sell this? How can people trust to the at your product? Okay, so yeah. So in promotional tools, we have first is advertisement. Now, it is an impersonal form of communication that marketers pay to promote a product or service. Newspapers, magazines, television, and radio are the most common forms of advertising. The advertisements builds a pull effect as advertising tries to pull the product by directly appealing to customer to buy it. Distinct feature of advertisement paid form, जिस एडवर्टाइजमेंट में पे करना होता है. Impersonality, identified sponsor, features of advertising and advantage merits of advertisements. I can write. सेल्स प्रमोशन, इसमें कस्टमर को डिस्काउंट देते हैं इमीडिएट सेल्स के लिए. दैट्स इट. पर्सनल सेलिंग, डायरेक्ट talking, convincing face to face to buyers. That's it. Features of personal selling, basically it is, I can write public relation. Yeah, that's it. Methods, tools, ways of public relation. Methods, tools, ways of public relation. News, speeches, events, written materials, public services activities. So guys, basically these all are the points is about the chapter 11, that is marketing management. Now we have the last chapter remaining, that is consumer protection. So let's learn this. कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन, अगर कंज्यूमर को कोई प्रॉब्लम इशू हो रहा है तो वो कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन के द्वारा अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकता है. सो या इट इज़ द consumer protection. What is consumer protection? We have already told that if consumer is facing any kind of problem or the issue, so consumer can protect their own self with the help of consumer protection. Basically it is an act. Okay, consumer को रक्षा करना. Consumer protection means protecting the interest of a consumer. This means that a consumer might be exposed to risks due to unsafe products, might suffer from bad health due to adulterated food products, might be cheated because of misleading advertisements or sale of spurious products, might have to pay higher prices when sellers engage in overpricing, hoarding, or black marketing, etc. So consumer protection protects consumers from the all types of frauds. Importance of consumer protection. So yeah, why consumer protection is important? So consumer ignorance, unorganized consumers, widespread exploitation of consumers. From the point of view of business, long-term business interest, business uses resources of society, social responsibility, moral justification, government intervention. Consumer is the purpose of business. Legal protection to consumers. Legal protection to consumers. Consumer protection के कानून. Okay. Main features of this first of all let me read that what is the legal protection to consumers. कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन के कानून. Government of India has provided various laws and legislations to protect the interest of consumer, and some of these regulations are the Consumer Protection Act 1986, where Consumer Protection Act was developed through the century after the 14 years. Okay, after the 14 years or 1986. I hope I can remember that. Okay, the Consumer Protection Act 1986, enactment of Consumer Protection Act 1986, it can be evaluated and it can be forced from 1 July 1987. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 enactment of Consumer Protection Act 1986 was one of the of Consumer Protection Act 1986 was one of the most important steps taken to protect the interest of consumer. The provision of Act came into force from 1 जुलाई 1987. इस डेट को ये एक्ट अप्लाई किया गया था. That's it. So yeah, main features of this act. This act provided has various rights and responsibilities to consumers. It provides state guards to consumers against defective goods, deficient services. So yeah, it provides safeguards to consumers against defective goods, deficient services, unfair trade practices, and other forms of their exploitation. So these all are the things. Who is consumers? Who are consumers? Under the Consumer Protection Act 2019, a consumer is a person who buys any goods or avails services for a consideration which has been paid or promised or partly paid and partly promised or under any scheme of deferred payment. That's it. Consumer right. Now, there were 6 rights which I have learned. That is uh, uh, right to safety, right to consumer education, right to inform, right to heard, right to redressal, uh, right to seek redressal, right to consumer education, right to heard, right to redressal, and right to let me see, right to be informed, and right to be choose. Okay, so right to be safety, right to be informed, right to be choose, right to be heard. अगर कंज्यूमर को प्रोडक्ट से कोई दिक्कत आए तो कंपनी उसे गाइड कर सके एट एनी सोर्स, ईमेल, कॉन्टैक्ट एक्सेट्रा. राइट टू सीक रेडरेसल, कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर लीगल एक्शन ले सकता है. राइट टू कंज्यूमर एजुकेशन, कोई भी कंज्यूमर पॉलिसी आता है तो कंज्यूमर को जानना अधिकार है. दैट्स इट. So the chapter is about to end. Let me load it again. Consumer responsibility. Basically, guys, the time is happening 2:18 a.m. at the night, and now I'm studying. So that's it. Guys, my hair got distracted. Not set because it's a night time and I was like that. That's why. Consumer responsibility. Consumer must exercise his rights. अपने राइट का इस्तेमाल करना, ना कि गलत कामों को सपोर्ट करना. कॉजियस कंज्यूमर, चीज़ों को खरीदने से पहले चीज़ों की सही जानकारी होना. ओके. फाइलिंग कंप्लेंट्स फॉर द रेडरेसल ऑफ जेन्युइन ग्रीवेंसेस. अगर कंपनी नहीं सुन रही तो लीगल एक्शन लेना है जेन्युइनली. कंज्यूमर मस्ट बी क्वालिटी कॉन्शियस. कंज्यूमर के पास नॉलेज होना, डो नॉट हैव कैरिड अवे बाय एडवर्टीजमेंट्स, हिसाब से प्रोडक्ट को कैसे जज करें, डो नॉट बी कैरिड अवे बाय एडवर्टीजमेंट्स, एडवर्टीजमेंट को देखकर खरीदना नहीं है, पहले इंग्रेडिएंट्स रीड करना है कि सेल है या नहीं, कि सेफ है या नहीं। कंजिस्ट ऑन कैश मेमो, हमेशा पक्का बिल मांगना है, तब ही आगे कोई एक्शन ले पाएंगे। दैट्स इट। नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ मार्क्स इंडिकेटिंग quality of different products. Basically, ISI marks for electronic products, ag mark for agricultural products. It is for agricultural commodities, and livestock products for ag mark. Bismarck, which is hallmark, it is for jewelry products. It's diamond. Bismarck. As you can see here, I have drawn the Bismarck. It is like a dot. I can consider it as a diamond so that I can remember it is for jewelry products. That's it. Hallmark, it signifies for, I didn't write it here, I don't know why. So that's eco mark for environmental products. Reliefs or remedies are available to the consumer on complaints file. Removal of defects from the goods, replacement of the goods, refund of the price paid, compensation of loss or injury suffered, removal of a deficiency in service, discontinuance of unfair trade practices, stopping the sale of hazardous goods, withdrawal of hazardous goods in market, payment of adequate cost to grieved party, to pay any amount not less than 5% of the value of the defective goods or deficiency services provided, to be credited to consumer welfare fund or any other organization person, to be utilized in prescribed manner. That's it. Explain redressal agencies under the Consumer Protection Act of 1986 and their jurisdiction. Jurisdiction होता है. That it means it is jurisdiction. I don't know why. What is jurisdiction? Jurisdiction. Okay. District form 3 member where 1 female is required. State member 3 member where 1 female is required. And national commission 5 member where 1 female were required. Yeah. Now last page. Role of consumer organization and NGOs. In India, there are about 500 consumers organizations working in the field of consumer protection. The most popular are Consumer Guidance Society of India, Mumbai, Citizen Action Group, Mumbai, Consumer Consumer Education and Research Center, Ahmedabad, CERC, Consumer Education and Research Center, Consumer Cause, New Delhi, etc. Consumer Unity and Trust Society, CUTC, CUTS, Consumer Unity and Trust Society. These associations are performing many functions, educating the villagers, general public about consumer rights by organizing training programs, seminars, and work shares, publishing periodicals and other publications to import knowledge about the consumer problems, reliefs available, and other matter of interest. अलग अलग मीडियम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन यूज़ करके आंसर्स अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करना, कैरिंग आउट कंपेरेटिव testing of consumer products in accredited laboratories to test the relative qualities of completing brands and publishing the best results for the benefits of consumers. Organization product को laboratory में check करती है कि प्रोडक्ट में कुछ गलत तो नहीं है, अगर प्रोडक्ट में कुछ सही है तो पब्लिक को पब्लिश करे और एंड वाइस वर्सा. Encouraging consumers to strongly protest encouraging consumers to strongly protest and take action against exploitative and unfair trade practices of sellers. कंज्यूमर को एनकरेज करता कि अगर कुछ गलत हो रहा है तो उस पर एक्शन लेना. प्रोवाइडिंग लीगल असिस्टेंस टू कंज्यूमर्स बाय वे ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग एड लीगल एडवाइस एट्सेट्रा इन सीकिंग लीगल रेमेडी. अगर लीगल एक्शन या लीगल आई डोंट नो what I या लीगल हेयर चाहिए तो कंज्यूमर इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एनजीओ से हेल्प ले सकती है. फाइलिंग कंप्लेंट्स इन कंज्यूमर कोर्ट्स ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ कस्टमर्स. अगर कंज्यूमर की कैपेसिटी नहीं है कंप्लेंट फाइल करने की तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एनजीओ उनके बिहाफ पर कंप्लेंट फाइल करते हैं. कंप्लेंट फाइल करने की तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एनजीओ उनके बिहाफ पर कंप्लेंट फाइल करते हैं. taking an initiative in filing cases in consumer courts in the interest of the villagers, general public, not for any individual. अगर एक्सप्लॉयटेशन लार्ज स्केल में हो रहा है तो उनके खिलाफ कंप्लेन रेज करती है कंज्यूमर कोर्ट में. हेल्पिंग गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज टू resolve cases of consumer exploitation and to carry on consumer awareness program. ये गवर्नमेंट को मदद करती है कि एक्सप्लॉयटेशन को ख़त्म करने में. मोटिवेटिंग पीपल टू आस्क फॉर क्वालिटी मोर सच एज ISI मार्क एगमार्क एक्सेट्रा. लोगों को मोटिवेट करना और क्वालिटी के बारे में सिखाना. So that's it. So business studies syllabus has been completed from my side. So that's it, and this is a thing that guys happened, and I know that this is the video is happened very long video it is actually. And the time is happening 2:26 AM at the night. So yeah, these all are the things that happened. So I hope you really understand this video. So basically guys, today, that means today is happened, so today will be my business studies exam would be happen. So I hope that my exam will be good, and I wanted to share you one thing, that is basically I am a commerce student and I have a 5 subjects main. Basically it has 4 subjects main, no 3 subjects main, that is eco business accountancy, where English is compulsory, and mathematics I have opted, and the additional is informatics practices, that is IP. So my 5 exams, including today's exam, 5 exams will be completed, that is English, mathematics, economics, accountancy, and today's exam business studies exam would be happen, and the next exam would be happen at 2nd April, which is guys, which is not included in commerce stream. So I considered that today, that is business studies exam, is the last exam of my commerce stream exam, on where I have opted for in class 11 commerce with maths. I wrote it like that, and that's it. So this is a thing that happened. Yeah. So yeah, I'll going for the sleep, and maybe I'll be woke up very soon to revise some concepts. That's it. So let's end the video guys. Sri Radhe. One thing is also guys, if you watch my videos, then if you wanted to subscribe, then subscribe. If you don't wanted to subscribe, then don't subscribe. But if you please like some videos, if you like some videos, it really motivates me to upload more and more videos without skipping the any day at a continuously manner, and it's also encouraged me to upload videos without skipping the any day. So I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you all doing well in your life. So yeah, let's end the video guys. See you, Radhe. Bye bye.